Hey guys, it's Joel and welcome back to the channel and welcome to my house where I've got joyously the Cayenne and the Maserati Quattroporte parked next to each other. These things do look so good parked alongside one another, and it makes me feel like a lottery winner in the mid-noughties having these cars. But I'm procrastinating because it's quite a sad day right now. Unexpectedly and kind of strangely, I'm pretty sure the Maserati's about to be sold. Now I'm procrastinating because I don't really want to sell this Maserati Quattroporte. I absolutely love it. I just got back from Germany and completed some top speed runs and 2 laps of the Nürburgring in this car. And it's now perfect with the Michelin tyres. It's had a ceramic coating. It's got that gorgeous Quicksilver exhaust on it. However, I got contacted by someone and there's such a compelling story behind why I need to sell this car. So let's jump in the Maserati now. We're going to go and meet someone quite interesting and potentially say goodbye to the Quattroporte. Right everyone, so let me introduce you to Subhan, who has come down today to look at the Quattroporte, but it's not the first time you've seen it, is it?
No, so my dad bought this car in 2014 and this was his pride and joy. He bought it in 2014 and he owned it for 4 years. Fortunately, he got rid of in 2018. He was at a light, someone went into the back of him, and then someone went into the back of that person, and then someone went into the back of that person, so it's a 5-car pile-up. If you look at the photos, I've sent you a few of the accident. The damage doesn't look too bad, compared to the other cars at least. But because it's a Maserati, obviously parts are expensive. The cost to repair the vehicle was more than the value of the vehicle at the time. This was in 2018. Due to that, it got written off, so that was it for my father's ownership. But during that 4-year period, you know, this car is very sentimental to me, of course. I drove it around a lot. In 2018, midway through 2018, I took it to my sister's wedding. So for me, it's a very sentimental thing. You know, it's not just that it's a Maserati, but it's my dad's Maserati. You know, it means something to me. And I'm very happy to be here. As soon as I pulled up, you know, just nostalgia hit me.
Let's go for a little drive then. It'll be a little bit different to how you remember because Quicksilver exhaust, so I was just explaining to you, is it's noisy. The engine variator issue, it sometimes rattles quite badly on startup, which we know about. And what else is there? Don't have windows. But other than that, it should be much the same. Recently got on those lovely tyres.
None of the windows work.
Yours work.
Oh, okay.
These ones don't.
All right, fair enough.
So let's see.
Oh wow.
So you can hear that. Sometimes
that's not how I remember it.
Sometimes it's a bit less bad than that. That was quite a bad one actually. So yeah, so I haven't been totally honest with my viewers because Subhan actually emailed me about a week probably after I'd bought this actually, or a week after the first video went out.
It was after the first video. As soon as I saw it, the
YouTube gods like showed you this car.
Exactly.
You emailed straight away saying that this was my dad's car, it's the same registration, and that you at some point would love to buy it back.
Absolutely.
To which I explained that I had some plans for it. And that after that I'd be happy to have a conversation. So here we are.
Here we are, exactly.
But I've sort of known in the back of my mind for the past few months with this that, you know, we'd probably be meeting and we'd have this sort of nostalgia trip together. So I've been looking forward to hearing about.
So yeah, thank you as well for being very accommodating.
Pleasure.
To my request.
Absolute pleasure.
That does sound crazy.
Yeah, so it sort of opens up around 3,000 RPM.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that's sort of, if you're at 70 miles an hour, that's kind of where you are in 6th gear, like two and a bit.
Yeah.
And so it does drone. I'll show you, I'll go up to 70. So this is 70. Under load, it's like this.
So yeah, this is okay, this is not bad.
It's not awful, but
This is decent.
and the paddles, I love the paddles on this. Oh, he loves it. He's giving us the thumbs up. He's in an XFR. Let's see if he... I'll put my foot down so you can... So it still pulls really strong.
Yeah. And you know, I never thought, before I saw your video, it was never in the back of my mind that I would find this car. I guess it'll be reunited with it. I was never in the back of my mind. It was very random. I came across you buying a Maserati. And just happened to be, I recognised that plate instantly.
And it's good that it's on the old registration.
Yeah,
I could have bought it with a private plate and then you might not have, you wouldn't have noticed.
Exactly. Even if you said it's a Cat S, I still wouldn't have known. No. It would be the same car.
Interestingly enough, it was only 6 years ago that you had this and there wasn't any sticky buttons.
Yeah, no
Everything
sticky
worked.
buttons. All the windows worked.
There was no engine noise.
Yep. There was no issue.
Everything
worked. It was pristine.
Just shows
Even you know, considering the mileage.
Yeah.
Time, it's pristine still.
What sort of mileage was it on when it left your ownership?
Might have been 106 or 7.
Really? So it's only done it's on 113 now. So and I've done almost 3 of that. So it basically did about 3,000 miles over 6 years.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, it hasn't done much at all.
And all I know, I did a bit of digging and looked at Street View and Google and stuff, and found that it was on an estate in Manchester for a couple of years. Okay, so I don't know if that's the person that potentially didn't look after it very well. Might be making assumptions there, but
possibly. I mean, it is a high mileage Maserati. So
it is.
Someone would buy this cheap,
and
not really take care of it. Exactly. Yeah.
It still goes really nicely.
That's beautiful.
It was faster than I thought it would be. Actually, I wasn't expecting it to be quick at all because it's heavy and it's not the most powerful engine. It's quite old now, but it
still feels very good.
You sort of chase the revs up and it gets faster as you go.
Yeah, you'd think this car's lost some horsepower since new, but you know, it
doesn't
the same
feel like
acceleration-wise. It feels the same because I remember.
That's one thing I did want to do with it actually, is get it on a dyno and see. But I would imagine it's 380, 385. I mean, it doesn't feel, it doesn't feel much different. But yeah, like in terms of reliability, I've not had a single issue with it apart from the little electronic bits. You know, I was watching the temperature gauge. I've checked done the oil and the coolant's all been absolutely fine. Did the laps on the ring, of course. It's just been, I mean, it's been spot on. I actually really don't want to sell it. I actually don't. I actually love this car.
If I had a message, you'd keep it.
I think I would certainly. I wouldn't keep it forever, but I would keep it for a lot longer. And you know, where do I go from here? Like, what else can I buy at this sort of price point that can give the same amount of emotion or like performance, looks, prestige? I don't think there is anything, to be honest.
To be fair, my plan is with this car to fix everything.
Okay.
So every little thing, I'm gonna clean up those buttons. That cam variant issue, I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah.
Every electrical issue, I'm gonna fix that. The windows, these warning lights, everything.
Can we keep in touch?
Absolutely.
And maybe one day in the future, however long it is, when you've got it all sorted, I can come down and have a look at it.
Yeah, that
would be so nice.
You can do an update video for sure.
You need to do a YouTube channel so we can all follow along and see how this car progresses.
Yeah, I've thought about doing my own because I own many old Mercedes.
Yeah.
I collect old Benzes from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. So AMGs, V12s from that era, I have about 7. So, and I have been thinking of making my own YouTube channel.
You should do it, man.
I think I need to, and add this one to the collection, of course.
A nice little underparts here.
That is beautiful.
Well, I'll stop hogging it. I just want to get the last, the last drive in. Yeah, we'll have a little swap over and see what you think.
You don't like that sound.
You like it?
In the driver's seat, I like that sound. I know my dad's not a fan of modified exhausts, so I'll be honest, I don't think he'll like it, but yeah, I might keep that one there.
Yeah. I mean, it's punchier than I thought it'd be. It's a good sound as well. You know, it's different when you straight pipe a Vauxhall Corsa.
Yeah.
But when you've got something like this with such a Ferrari derived engine.
I do love a naturally aspirated engine as well. All my cars have naturally aspirated engines.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's beautiful.
They don't make them like this anymore, do they?
Something I haven't told you, I'll tell you now actually. So my dad did end up replacing this car.
Oh yeah.
He bought another Maserati Quattroporte. That one is a next gen, so it's a 2014.
Okay.
But it's a twin turbo V6.
That's right, yeah.
I'll be honest, it's not as good as this car right here.
Really?
I don't think it looks as good.
So has he got that now?
He does have that. He bought that maybe a year and a half ago. So he hasn't had it too long. But he didn't end up replacing this one. But to me, this is the one.
I agree.
This body shape, this engine, much better.
And everyone says, oh, you should get the facelift, but I prefer this earlier shape. Interestingly, we're about to go past the most expensive Quattroporte in the country.
Oh, wow.
There's one advertised here for 35 grand. It's got 4,000 miles on it. It's normally just parked there. Look.
Is that a facelift?
It's a facelift 4.7.
35 grand.
35 grand. I'd park this up next to it, put a for sale sign on it.
But this one's been used. It's been used well.
When you have a car like this that has been used, then you don't feel guilty about using it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, like, I might daily this for a while. My daily is CLK
It's-
55, but
My wife and I were both blown away about how nice it is to drive. Like in terms of, I've got a KN as a daily,
okay.
and this, like the steering is lighter, the suspension is softer. Obviously you can put it in sport mode and it firms up a little bit. I mean, it's the best car I've ever owned, 100%. It is like all round.
Yeah, you know, it might be the best one I've ever owned now as well.
Oh man, it's
But
very
yeah,
cool.
to me, it's a sentimental thing.
I totally get
You
it.
know, it's not so much, oh, it's a Maserati. It's just a sentimental thing. It's
totally
my dad's
get it.
Maserati. That's
I
what
totally get it.
My dad's car. Now, you know, hopefully, God willing, it'll be mine forever.
So what do you think then?
Oh, I love it. I want it.
You want it?
I'm gonna take this.
No!
I'm gonna go home, and as soon as my dad gets home from work, I'm gonna take him out in this. That's all.
I'm gonna really miss this car.
But for sure, you know, we'll stay in touch. I'm gonna fix up all the little things, the little imperfections on the body,
Yeah.
and 100%, I'm gonna call you when it's all done, and we can, you know, make an update video.
That would be
for sure.
so cool. Nice one, mate.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
You know what? Thank you a lot. This is something different.
It's my pleasure, mate. I'm so glad you found the video. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
me
very
too.
cool. Very, very cool.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. That's it. The Maserati is gone. I'm actually gutted. Well, guys, comment below now what you think I should replace that Maserati with.